Very good afternoon to Marlon Williams. How you doing?
Very good, Danny.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
really nice that you could get cut away from your huge schedule of touring New Zealand and all the gigs you're playing. I love your sound, first and foremost.
Oh, good. Thank you.
It's not I really love your sound. I mean, when I first heard it, it was interesting. My producer dragged me out of here one day, and he said, "You got to listen to this young fella." And I went, "Young fella?" And he played your music. I went, "That's not the sound of a young fella. It's really mature. It's very retro."
Well, I guess it is. I mean, it's the music I listen to is generally speaking from a while ago, and that's the sort of sensibility I've picked up with my writing. And
well, I mean, I sort of went Hank Williams and all these old dudes, and I went, "What's this young fella following that kind of genre?"
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I really can't tell you. I just sort of. My dad always used to throw things out to me and see what sticks, and he gave me a Graham Parsons album, and that's what stuck. So I from there I went back and just went further back and started listening to Hank Williams and people like that, and then a lot of the bluegrass stuff like the Stanley Brothers, and early Elvis recordings. Just I don't know, it all of a sudden became very, very important to me for no explicable reason whatsoever.
I don't know, important. It's entrenched, man. It's a lovely sound. You've buried yourself, and you've captured it extremely well.
Oh, thank you.
And you're also writing. I mean, how hard is it if you're sitting in that place with that lovely, and retro's the wrong word, but this older pure sound? How hard is it to write to that?
Well, I mean, those are the musical terms in which I think, and so it's hard for me to write anything else. It's always been where I've headed, and just I've got a keen sensibility for that kind of stuff, I guess. So there's no other way.
Christchurch boy, over the hill in Littleton.
Yep.
Wrong side of the tracks. No.
No.
Wrong side of the hill. No, right side of the hill.
Yeah.
Definitely, if you want to be creative. Yeah. Were you chased out by the earthquake? Are you a refugee? Why did you leave?
Well, I was there for a good couple of years after the earthquakes settled down. I've only been in Melbourne a year and a half. I think it was probably, I mean, sure the earthquake probably had a pretty big part to play with it, but I just sort of reached that age where I wanted to go and, I've been doing a lot of playing up and down the country, and I sort of wanted to go and play to some more people, I guess. It's just a population thing.
There are more people there than here. Give it that.
There are. I mean, there are more people in Melbourne than there are in here.
The whole country. It's kind of weird, eh? It's kind of weird.
It's a bit of a kind of screws you up. But
you wouldn't be out of place in cowboy boots. You wouldn't
I
be
do often wear cowboy boots.
But you wouldn't be out of place in the Grand Ole Opry. You wouldn't be out of place throughout America. That sound. Has someone tuned in from over there and gone, hey, I think we should shoulder tap this fellow?
I did a tour with Justin Towns Earl, Steve Earl's son, last year, and I'm probably gonna go over and do some recording with him in Nashville and later on this year. So and that was kind of interesting to see that, someone who really is entrenched in that sound and has been brought up on that, and by Steve Earle, and that's so the fact that he, that it was relatable to him was interesting and encouraging for me, I guess.
Well, he wrote that nice story about a Christchurch girl. Song. So
did.
There's a link there somewhere. There's a bit of whakapapa there if you really want to go there. You can join all of that up and tie the knots. Now, look, you must have a really good publicist because you're not that well known.
No.
And you're starting to cut a track. How does that work? I mean, young artist, Kiwi, go to Melbourne, coming back home. How do you cut a track? How do you actually open those doors?
I don't know. I really don't even think about that stuff at all. I just rely on the fact that I've got a really, really helpful team around me, and I honestly, thinking about the how your public persona works and how you try and forge a living. I've got a certain part of it that I try and uphold, and that's
so you can pay the rent.
Yep. Pay the rent.
You own a car?
No, one day I'll own a car.
Well, look, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to come back to that because, we have a lot of great talent in New Zealand.
We do.
And they go offshore. Some come back broken-hearted.
Yep.
The dream doesn't happen. but others, you're smiling from ear to ear, so there's something good going on, and I want to come back to that in just a moment. So, the young man's with us, Marlon Williams. Yes, we will get back to the music. In fact, when we come back, he might even just be strumming away, because that's how we could just continue that. News Talk ZB.